Hello everyone, dear learners. In today's lecture, we will learn about principle of chromatography. After completion of this lecture, you will be able to understand principle of chromatography and you will be able to explain detailed chromatographic process. Principle of chromatography. All chromatography is based on an equilibrium of sample between stationary phase and mobile phase. Means there will be always transfer of your sample between stationary phase and mobile phase, and there will be a equilibrium attained. The individual component of sample interact differently with both phases. As the physical property of stationary phase and mobile phase are different, your sample will differently react with your stationary phase and mobile phase. Also, if you have more than two or three components, the physical properties of those components will be different, so they will be differently reacting with your stationary phase and mobile phase, and this is how separation occurs. So separation in any chromatographic process depends on the interaction of your sample between stationary phase and mobile phase. Suppose you have a mixture containing component A and B. Suppose A has got more affinity towards stationary phase and B has got more affinity towards mobile phase. So depending upon difference in ability of your component A and B, they are differently interacting with stationary phase and mobile phase, and the separation happens. This equation shows the equilibrium of your sample. Your sample is X between mobile phase and stationary phase. So what is distribution constant or partition coefficient of that sample? It is denoted by K. K is equal to concentration of X in stationary phase divided by concentration of X in mobile phase. So distribution coefficient or distribution constant or partition coefficient can be described by concentration of that sample or component in one phase divided by another phase. Suppose you have value of K very high or large. So what does it mean? It means that if this is high, that means this component must be high. So in that means sample concentration or component concentration in stationary phase is high. That means the more amount of sample is interacting with stationary phase rather than interacting with mobile phase. So your sample wants to stay into stationary phase. That means sample wants to retain in stationary phase. So higher the value of K, the sample will be more retained. If sample is not retaining by stationary phase, that means it is going with mobile phase, and mobile phase is moving, so it will be eluted faster. So sample which is retaining with stationary phase will have high K value, and sample which has very less K value, they will be not retaining by stationary phase, they will be eluted out with the mobile phase. Now we will see chromatographic process. For that, you have to consider a chromatographic system with 6 theoretical plates. As I told you that in the basic separation principle behind chromatographic process is its ability to interact between stationary phase and mobile phase. So you have to think that your chromatographic system is made up of some step, and there will be an equilibrium of your sample between stationary phase and mobile phase. So you have to consider the chromatographic system are made up of 6 steps, and as you know, at each step there will be a equilibrium of sample between stationary phase and mobile phase. So what is theoretical plate? It is an imaginary concept where the chromatographic is divided into different steps, small steps, and at each step your sample will interact with your stationary phase and mobile phase, and there will be a equilibrium. One more thing you have to consider, that your sample has partition coefficient 1, means your sample will be equally distributed between stationary phase and mobile phase. So suppose you are loading 80 gram of sample in any chromatographic system, and that chromatographic system has 6 theoretical plate, and your sample is having partition coefficient 1, means your sample is equally distributed between stationary phase and mobile phase. Now this is first or zero time where you have loaded 80 microgram of sample. Now what will happen? As the partition coefficient of your sample is 1, it will be equally distributed between stationary phase and mobile phase. This blue line is for stationary phase and this pink line is for mobile phase. Now what will happen? As you know that mobile phase is mobile, so this sample will go ahead to the next theoretical plate or next step with mobile phase. This is stationary, so here the sample will remain at its place. So again, now this is fresh solvent, so again it will distribute. The component will distribute itself equally between stationary phase and mobile phase. Hence, at this second step and first step, 2020 sample is there, microgram. Now again the mobile phase will go to third step, or sample will go to the third step with mobile phase. So again there will be a distribution, equal distribution. Then again sample will go up with mobile phase to the next level, that is next theoretical plate. Again there will be a equal distribution. Then so on it will happen, the same process till the sixth theoretical plate. Now what will be the total amount of sample? Now what do you mean by total amount of sample? Sample present in stationary phase plus sample present in mobile phase. So if you calculate the total amount of sample at each theoretical plate, these are the values which are obtained. Now if you plot a graph of total amount of sample versus number of theoretical plate, you will get this Gaussian shape peak or Gaussian peak or bell shape peak, which is symmetric peak. Now why it is symmetric peak? Because you can see that here the values which are there at extreme ends, they are same. So this, if this is the peak, chromatographic peak, this will be leading edge of the peak, this will be peak maxima, and this will be tailing edge of the peak. So you can say, or you can see that at edges the concentration of your sample is same. Hence there is a bell shaped curve you can see. And if you want to evaluate this peak, you have to take this value. If we consider, or if you imagine TLC, so why we are taking middle point of your spot? Because there is a maximum concentration. You are not taking any point at the edges. Why? Because there the concentration will be less. So you are taking a point where the maximum concentration of the sample is there. So that is why in TLC you are taking maximum concentration which is there in the middle, and that middle point you are considering for your calculation of RF value. This type of peak you will be getting in HPLC, and this point you have to consider for your data analysis. So in this lecture you have learned about principle of chromatography, that is equilibrium of your sample between stationary phase and mobile phase, and affinity of your sample between stationary phase and mobile phase, and chromatographic process. In next lecture we will be uh, learning about theory of chromatography. Thank you all.